Las Vegas is dying, they say. And I'm staying at the best room I could find at the most dead hotel I could think of near the Las Vegas Strip. Where the glory days have faded, luxury has disappeared, and any hope for a turnaround seems impossible. This is the best room in Las Vegas, but from 30 years ago. When the lights go out, you don't want to miss this experience, so make sure you stick around. I promised myself if I ever got a Las Vegas room with a pool in it, that I was gonna jump in with everything I was wearing. We finally made it, guys! The full VIP experience at the RIO? Who wants to stay at the RIO? Well, I guess if we're gonna stay here, we may as well get the most interesting room we could find. And this one is a doozy. That right there is our room. The entire balcony. Pretty sick, right? So come along and join me on this adventure. The VIP experience at the RIO. After valet parking, you head right into the entrance. And you gotta love these door handles. Come on, man. This is what you'll see when you first walk in. Yes, it's tacky, but at the very least, it'll remind you of when Las Vegas was actually fun. Now, if you're staying in a normal room, this is the direction you would go to get to the normal lobby. They've got a ton of self-check-in machines and like 2 or 3 employees working. But for special VIP registration, you would head this way. Now, the VIP lounge is nice, but there's really nothing special to it. And this is where you would come if you're looking to book one of these rooms the day of. Now that we've got our keys, let's head to the room. First, we navigate through the casino, which, in my opinion, it looks like these are the same games you find everywhere. So like, who cares? The table games area looks okay, but being that the RIO is off-strip, they would need something really interesting and unique to give people a reason to want to come through those doors. What is all this? They've got live shows and a sky float parade. That's the coolest thing ever! And this is all happening while people are playing slots down below. There's nothing like this on the Las Vegas Strip. Wait, what? This footage is from 20 years ago? Well, let's go see what it looks like now. Oh yeah, perfect. The only thing better than the videos that we just saw would be to replace it with nothing at all. Genius move, RIO. But hey, at least we could still walk through here, look up at the tracks, and pretend we're watching a sky float parade. And nowadays you hear so many people talking about how Vegas is dead. I could just tell you as somebody who used to really love Vegas, it's that it's not fun anymore. As in, there's no reason to explore. Every casino is basically the same. Same exact slots, same exact electronic blackjack and craps machines. They got rid of most buffets, they got rid of most poker rooms. Now that it's stripped of its uniqueness, why would anyone ever come to the RIO? Anyways, this monologue may seem out of left field, but I'm addressing all of this because it's on the way to our room. Here's our elevators ready to take us to our very own 90s VIP experience. Unfortunately, it's not a private elevator, but whatever. Look, the elevator needs some work, but it's actually not a bad design. I kind of like it. Other than the obvious maintenance spots. 50th floor, here we come. Okay, the silence is deafening, but at least we made it to the top safe. When you get off the elevator on the 50th floor, there's 2 ways to go. To your right are the top secret suites, and to your left is Voodoo Steakhouse. I mean, I guess if we're gonna be filming this room all night, we may as well explore first, right? Okay, this is kind of weird. The dark green paint on ugly stone-looking walls. Wait, elevators? Why are there elevators up here? And then out of nowhere, somebody just showed up. I'm staying up on the 50th floor. I was just exploring. I apologize, dude. That guy was super cool. It was just really weird how he showed up out of thin air. I don't think they're ready for dinner yet, so it's a little bit trippy in there. Update, they are permanently closed. Let's go check out the room. And look at this 90s VIP service. A crappy lanai door separating the super high rollers from the common folk. One of the things I am most excited about staying at the RIO is that this is like old school, hasn't been updated in like 30 years. Nobody comes here anymore. We're staying in the best rooms of a dying dream. Wow, that was such a smooth transition that my shirt changed. Here we are, the big kahuna suite. And we're gonna jump around a lot in this room, so hold on tight. Wow! Wilma, I'm home. This is the perfect example of an over-the-top Las Vegas penthouse foyer that I always imagined every Las Vegas hotel would have. Elegant? No. Classy? Well, maybe just that scotch tape. This is so outdated, it should be illegal. But in the words of Fred Flintstone, yabba dabba do not change. It's outdated, but it's like, wow, dated.
Can I use this as a
That joke? First and foremost, on your right, they've got a front bathroom. It also has a bunch of towels for the pool, and the stone floor continues. I mean, take a look. It's not beautiful, but it sure is interesting. On the left is a little closet. And from here, we're gonna skip the rest of the room for now and head straight for the jackpot. There's a promise I always made to myself. If I ever got a Las Vegas room with a pool in it, that I was gonna jump in with everything I was wearing. And I did slightly cheat. I took the stuff out of my pockets first. But now that that's out of the way, look at this, our own private pool. And I gotta admit, I'm a little bit speechless. I mean, hands down, this is the coolest thing I've ever had in a Las Vegas hotel room. This is insane. On the 50th floor of the RIO. Well, time to quit stalling and live up to my promise. And please don't judge the jump. The water's only 3'4".
Woo! It's colder than I thought it would be.
All right, I've changed into drier clothes for a minute. So I figured while the sun is still out, let's do a quick tour of the pool deck. There's two doors. There's this door, or that's the other door. I don't know if it's actually 50 floors up, but it is pretty high, you could see. The pool deck, or this whole balcony, I don't know the exact square footage, but it is very large. The balcony faces the west. They said they did not have a room with the pool that faces the strip, which is kind of a disappointment. That side is occupied by the remains of Voodoo Steakhouse. R.I.P. little buddy. Now, when I jumped in, it did not taste like it had chlorine in it, so kind of gross, but do I really think the RIO is scrubbing these pools and refilling the water? I don't know, but it is blue at least. And I forgot to mention, there was a bunch of trash on the floor of the pool. There was like 6 or 7 random pieces of paper. Now, I looked past it because I really wanted to film this room. But the normal nightly rate to stay in this penthouse, at a minimum, is a staggering $2,000. And I think the condition of the pool just proves the RIO has no idea what they are doing with this room. Now, even though we don't get a full view of the Vegas Strip, you see most of it. You don't see anything from like one end of Caesar's Palace towards the Aria. And it looks like they've got a cabana over here. I thought it was just a random tent, but I guess it makes sense if you're lounging out here. You want to hide yourself from the sun if it's too strong. That's what that's for. Now let's bring her back home. This is so sick, man. I really need to take a moment, humble myself, and thank God the Father, through His Son Jesus Christ, for providing me with the ability to do stuff like this, because this is absolutely ridiculous. If you told me at 41 I'd be doing a YouTube vlog where I'm filming some of the most interesting hotels I could find, I would say that's ridiculous. That would never happen. So again, I just need to give glory to God for allowing me to do this, even when I have really bad days or really bad weeks, which it has been lately. That's that, if I'm being real with you guys. This is just so cool, man. So cool. As I walked inside to get dried off, the sun started to set, and the neon lights here and across the Las Vegas Strip turned on. Well, the sun has now set, and I am in drier clothes. We will come back out here when it's nighttime, and you can see how beautiful the Las Vegas Strip looks. But in the meantime, let's take a look at what's inside the hotel room. First, let's start with the large living room and everything that's in here. This room is drenched in luxurious 90s glory. And you got a pretty large, I don't know, it's like a restaurant booth almost. And you gotta forgive the crap on the table, that was me. I ate a Philly cheesesteak earlier. As you can see, it's pretty large. See, you can probably fit a lot of people around this thing. And moving on to this beautiful retro living room. And I get that this is not a popular opinion, but I really like this living room. I know, it's the RIO. It's old school. It's not renovated, but I really miss places like this. It's different, it's unique. It's almost like your living room from the 90s that was incorrectly decorated. And speaking of incorrect, check out this bar. The hotel room does not have any drinks in it. Wait, what? No drinks? Just call the butler and have them bring some. Okay, I hate to give away the ending, but this phone call is not getting answered. So you'll notice it is now a line that goes nowhere that nobody answers. Kind of poetically sad, right? I'm actually slightly surprised that there's not a fridge up here with soft drinks or even beer or something. And again, I don't drink, but there's no vending machines outside. And it just seems odd to me that they're trying to advertise this as some high roller suite, and that video's from Vegas Policy. Yet the corporation doesn't have the foresight to know that humans get thirsty. But you gotta love the 80s, 90s countertop. And another really cool thing about this bar at this hotel. I thought it was just Fontainebleau, but there's other places, I guess. Right down here, guess what we've got? That's right, another ice machine! But no drinks to put the ice in. And by the way, this thing has been making noise all night. And right next to the bar,
You got your very own arcade games. Isn't that great?
looks like we've got some Miss Pac-Man and Galaga and some golden tea. And if you like golden tea, I'm sorry, it's not my type of game. I'll leave it here for you though, okay? And right past the arcade games is pretty much everyone's favorite thing to have in a Las Vegas room. Your very own
Pool table!
The room is perfectly sized for what's going on inside. But the real treat is at night with the curtains open, you get the city lights sparkling like stars for miles. There's a bunch of city lights out here that's really hard to see with the tinted window, but they've got a really big TV and a fridge down there for some reason. I guess if you're bringing your own drinks. So as you can see, there's plenty of room to entertain in here. And despite my very fair critiques, I really like the bones of this room. There's more than enough space to invite a ton of people over. At least so far. We haven't seen the bedroom yet, so let's go take a look at what's behind door number 1. Let's go. Can it get cooler than all of this? Right back here, we're gonna see the bedroom. This must be the office part of the room. You know, that's one thing I've noticed about almost every nice room I've stayed in Vegas. Oh, that's actually pretty comfortable. They've always got a desk for a boss to do business at. And when you're done working and need a break, you got an easy chair right next to you. Cool office area, although I don't really understand the sink. Why is it here with the towel and no soap and a remote control? I do not know. And across from the boss's desk, you've got a nice dresser armoire. And I wonder how many times people have spent like a week or two in a room like this. Probably a lot in the past. I don't know about as much anymore. And at the end of the office room, we finally come to the bedroom. And look, it's nice. It doesn't smell bad, but it is kind of plain. So we need to be extra precise when we do the bed stress test. Oh, my back. I'm 41 years old. The bed is actually pretty comfortable. I like the old school, unrenovated look in here. It's interesting. Like I said, I love the movie theater feel with the curtains. It's cool stuff. And finally, we've got the old school 90s retro Vegas bathroom. The bathroom is both big and long. Immediately to the left is a makeup mirror. And then right next to this, you got your ironing board and a super old school towel robe.
Ooh, 80s.
Feels like towel, bro. Also, they've got more storage, more dressers. But then you come back here, you could step back in time 30 years. The bathroom itself, totally outdated. But again, I'm not complaining because it's unique. It's RIO, it's old. Look at the toiletries that are included. This is,
If you love cotton, you're gonna love the RIO. Other than Skylofts and Bellagio offering nothing, this is the most laughable one I've seen where they're actually offering something.
Now check out this shower.
I mean, everything about it looks like it was installed in 1988. Like, look, they got the shower bench, they got the trim on the walls, but it's in good condition though.
And I should note, it smells clean.
Right across from the vanity, you've got the toilet. The door kind of looks, it's like Tropicana vibes. And the best part of the bathroom right here, the hot tub. This is old school 80s luxury hot tub, and this is what I love. I wish all Vegas hotels did this, but they're all going cheap and getting rid of cool stuff like this. Now I'm gonna show you. The water on this thing comes out like an elephant shower. Watch this. That's amazing. That's high class. That's VIP. Look at that water pressure. You need to take a bath, it's gonna be ready in 3 minutes. Look at this thing go. This is where I think almost every property on the Strip has failed lately. You don't get bath experiences like this anymore.
And that's the entire room. Believe it or not, this would be one of my favorite rooms I've ever had in Las Vegas. As much as it's old school, the bones are great, and I like a lot of the outdated elements. But now that we've seen the entire room, there's only one thing left to do.
Do I want to go swimming at night? No. But will I for the YouTube? Yes, I will.
The craziest part about this room is that you get almost a 360-degree view of all of Las Vegas. Staying in a room like this reminds you,
Ain't this great?
there was a time where Las Vegas hotels wanted to blow you away with what they were offering. And then the corporations came in and essentially stated, it's not about you, dear customer, it's about our profits. We're gonna charge you for things that should be free. And this is why, in my humble opinion, Las Vegas is dying. Vegas used to sell us a dream that any one of us could walk away a millionaire. But now it feels like a hand-paid jackpot will barely cover parking and resort fees. But let's talk about the RIO. There was somebody who helped create this hotel, and it appears that they loved it and created it with intent. They would make money by giving customers value, giant hotel rooms, fun, imaginative entertainment, a place that you couldn't miss when you came to visit Las Vegas. But then the soulless corporations came in, and it all started going downhill. The new owners didn't have the vision of the original one. They didn't understand the design. They didn't have the love for the property. They don't even know the property. But the creator did. And when the creator was running things, that's when it thrived. Now look at this place. It's a shell of what it used to be. It's but a shadow of what it could be. And everyone knows that Vegas may be better off without it. Do you, dear viewer, know your creator? I chased purposeless dreams for over 20 years in areas where I didn't belong. Things that I wasn't designed by my creator to do, that I insisted on doing. Money wasted, time wasted. But then Jesus Christ finally opened my eyes. And after a long series of events, I finally said to him, Lord, all my ways are wrong, and they have led me to nothing and led me to destruction. I'm done. I'm following you now, because you know what's good, and I don't. Please help me, Lord, and please forgive me. And since then, God's given me a purpose. First, I'm a husband and a father. Second, I get to film awesome hotel rooms and preach the gospel. But he makes it clear, delight yourself in the law of the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart. You can know your creator, and I'll tell you how.
Jesus Christ is the Son of God, the image of God in flesh. He was sent by God the Father to live a sinless life, to lay down his life and die on a cross to pay for the sins for the entire world. And God raised him from the dead 3 days later. All who believe on him will be saved. After you're saved, you're going to have good days, you're going to have bad days. But what's born again in the Spirit will not die. This message is for the people who are broken, who are lost. Come to Jesus Christ. He promises that all who come to him, all who call upon him, will by no means be cast out. And God is not a liar. So call upon him. That's it. Cry out to him. He will hear you. I mean, he created you. He loves you. He cares for you. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. And in the name of Jesus Christ, may God bless you.